Hi, everyone. Hello, welcome. Welcome to my LinkedIn live stream. We have a saying in Chinese. Please share in the chat window where you are watching from. And also during my sharing, I would love to hear from you through the chat window, how you resonate. What do you think? Do you agree or maybe don't agree, or maybe you got inspired or you want to share your story in the chat window, or any questions you may have? It would be great to hear from you. And that's why we're here with the live streaming. So let me see. I see Nicholas is here. Good to see you again, Nicholas. Awesome. So for the people who's first time watching this, my name is XIAO-YU. I am a leadership and intercultural transition coach and also business consultant. You can definitely find more details about my work and my background on LinkedIn profile or my website. With this, we have a saying in Chinese. This is a series I'm doing on LinkedIn Live every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time. I come up live here with a Chinese saying. It could be a phrase, a word, or a sentence. So my goal here is to share the language, the culture, the wisdom behind, but also with my reflections or thought around that saying, resonate with that saying, around the topics about leadership development, intercultural transition for individuals or business, or general personal or professional development. The reason I do this because I love talking about Chinese sayings, in conversation, daily conversation, or in coaching conversation. And many times these phrases from hundreds, thousand years ago, somehow they still apply to nowadays, even the very popular topics nowadays. So it could be interesting to share with more people. Enough said. So today I am here with the phrase 三省吾身. So this is a phrase that's said by one of the great students of Confucius. So his name is Zhengzi. Basically, the literal translation of this phrase is many times reflecting myself. San, if you are learning Chinese, san is three, number three. But here in many times in the ancient time, the expression with three refers to many, like many times or big quantity of things, of something. The second character, xing. Xing here reflect, it's like we can understand as reflect or self-awareness, to think, to reflect on something. Wu, the third character, Wu, same in the ancient time. Usually the Wu, it's same as Wu in nowadays, means I, me, myself. Shen, the last character, is body. Like we understand as body, but Wu Shen, my body, means myself. 三省吾身. So many times I reflect on myself every day. We all know self-reflection is very important for continuous personal or professional growth. By reviewing something happened in the past, we gain insight on what we have done great, so we can continue doing that. Or what could be something we could have done better. So next time we could do better, we can improve. It could be over a period of time, like one day, or a month, a year, or could be over a project or a topic or business, right? And it's really more about, when we talk about the self-reflection, or this phrase 三省吾身, it's more about self-observation or self-thinking, look inward to observe yourself. So me personally, I love reflecting on myself, but I also like to reflect on the things that what I encounter or what I observe around me, like people I work with or people I got to engage with somehow. And so this is definitely great for my personal learning, my personal growth, but also definitely contributed to my social media content marketing, which is what I'm doing here on LinkedIn on a regular basis. So for sure, there are lots of work we need to do on the planning and the strategy part when it comes to social media marketing before we really get started to really start to write a post and make a post something. And today I especially want to talk about the consistency, which is really important when it comes to social media marketing. How can you always have something to say or something to share on your social media about your work, your business? I hear this question often, or sometimes I hear the comments or people tell me, when we meet, people say, yeah, so impressed, you are so active on LinkedIn. always see you here or there, either your post or your video, or you comment or share on someone else's post. Literally, and one time I had this one LinkedIn connection. He left a comment on a post of mine, and he said it's always very inspiring how you can get a learning from every situation. I don't know if I really get a learning from every situation, but I do tend to love to actually dive in. Like, okay, something happened to me. I see something, or I did a painting, or I heard a song, or I'm learning Spanish. Like this week, I talk about Spanish learning and about fear. It's always fun, small things. I love to dive in a little bit deeper, and that's where lots of my, or most of my content come from, my reflections on things. So I would say my secret of having the consistent content sharing on social media is 三省吾身. That's why I want to share this phrase with you today. So together with few tips, I want to share with you how to have consistent content sharing on your social media for your business. In other words, how to hold yourself accountable with your social media effort. The first one is reflection. We start with reflection. It's not only for the purpose of writing the post. You don't think for the sake of the post, but you really reflect on things for your personal growth. So we start with this mindset part because it really matters, like what's the common ground, what's the foundation you build from all this effort, for all this effort. So you are doing these reflections with desire, more like a side project, like something with your passion. Reflects on the thing that you love or you are curious about, but not because you have to think about it. So you have something to post. Of course, some reflections you can use directly for marketing purpose on social media, but maybe some just you will keep them in your journal or your notepad as an inspiration for the future. Or maybe some will just keep in your head because different reasons. It's not for the platform, but it's also very good, very beneficial for your personal growth. Because what we want to remember is the ultimate goal of the reflection is growth. It's just happened, the byproduct of the reflection is the content sharing. So that's the first tip. And the second one is definite habit building, because we all know it takes time and effort to build something into a habit, into a routine. Here, especially two habits I want to talk about. The first one is thinking and reflection, right? When you have time, just be curious, intentionally be curious and ask more questions to yourself. And also share your reflections or thoughts with others, which is exactly what I'm doing now. Right? And also be curious about how others' reflections, ask about their thought, because sometimes maybe you got inspired by the others. The second habit is routine. And one key about social media is consistency. It takes time to build it into routine and to really have the outcome that you are looking for, right? The ROI or the KPI, the metrics that you set the goal for yourself. It could happen, you made one post and just go viral and you got everything you wanted, even more than you wanted. But most time it takes time, and the consistency coming here, the routine. So try to build a workflow for your content creating and block the time in the week really specifically only for this task. Even you can have some visual reminder for yourself in the beginning, because what you want to have is something like a system or a tool that support you to hold yourself accountable, to make sure it is happening, right? So that's the second habit I'm talking about. The next tip is one thing I always kind of bring when I do workshop about like LinkedIn social media and content is do not wait until the last minute. Especially if you are doing this social media on your own for your own business, it's not like when you have a job, right? You don't have a deadline from your boss or from your clients that you have to deliver this piece by which time. So it's so easy just to say, later or next time, right? So make sure have the buffer time in your workflow. And also a quick tip is for this is that also when you have an idea pop up, you simply write it down, even just record like a voice message to yourself. Later on, you can always come back to develop or refine the writing part. But the idea part is the hard part, right? To have the idea, to generate the thought. And they can really simply fly away if you don't capture it in the moment, especially when we're in very fast-paced life nowadays. So the next tip is about set a goal, right? Set the goal for your content marketing. We all know the SMART goal setting. Be specific with time bounding and have your metrics, have follow through, accountability. By saying that, I'm not saying you cannot have any flexibility. You don't have to stress yourself, like to force yourself, but you also want to set like a firm bottom line. It's a minimum thing you want to do with your content marketing. With me, for example, every Wednesday, I have one post, right? So it's usually some test and with a picture or a video. So the bottom line I set for myself is to post it on Wednesday. So usually I already have the idea content somewhere. And I already have even the writing ready before Wednesday. So Wednesday is the time I refine and review the writing and post it. But I don't say I must post, but at which time I give myself the flexibility because I could be busy with work or phone call or simply want to chill in the morning. So as long as I post on Wednesday, that's okay. That's my bottom line. So the next one is about the tip is about make your own rules, especially with people getting started with social media. You want to remember to be authentic and thrive from your content, either as a self-employed professional or small business owner, because there are so many tutorials, amazing tutorials or success stories out there for you to learn from how to build your social media strategy, marketing, how you do it, right? It's great to research and learn, but always bring it back to yourself to think how frequent is a better frequency for yourself. What day and the time of the week you want to do it, right? What platform you want to use to reach your target audience? What format, what styles? Because the goal is about figure out what's the overall everything that serves you the best. Because that also helps you to keep going, to have consistency because you feel more comfortable. And for sure, you also want to step out of your comfort zone. But it doesn't mean you need to do everything that the others or someone are doing. So that, and also I have the very last tip. It's kind of resonate with the very beginning when I talk about the mindset, right? And here it's about motivation. Motivation really matters when it comes to this kind of consistent effort because it does require a lot of effort, investment on time, energy, but it also could be enjoyable experience. You don't have to stress yourself out. And to me, I see this as part of knowledge sharing. I think if we got something great insight, knowledge, expertise, why not share with others and grow together or get inspired with others, right? For sure, people, by doing so, people also get to know about me, my work, while my presence and my content, which may potentially lead me to the clients or business opportunities. And it's just part of that byproduct, like I said in the beginning. And to me, I love sharing with people. I love getting to know what other people's opinion. I'm curious about those. And also through the process, actually, I started enjoying writing now. And the writing itself is like another self-reflection process. It's like when you do journaling, right? But this journaling is different because you share with your audience, you share with public, your journaling. At this moment, when I look at what I'm doing now with my social media, on LinkedIn especially, I'm very happy with what I'm doing now. And actually, I'm very excited. Every Thursday, come on to the camera and say hi to people, tell about the Chinese saying. Quite excited. I wouldn't say every Thursday, I want to be honest, because yeah, like today, the weather is nice. We love to go for a picnic, but no, it's time for the LinkedIn Live. Right. But it's really about like when you get in this routine, when you have it as a habit, through the process, you realize how much you are receiving also from the sharing. And so it's kind of effortless to me now. For sure, I always have content ready. I always have some topic ready from my daily reflections. I still need to do the writing. I'm now hiring or working with a copywriter, but it's just the doing part. But with the strong will behind, it's really effortless to me. And no need to mention when I see how many views I got when people view my content or interaction I got from people. I also got this energy, the energy feedback. That's also the thing keep me going. And actually, true story, last week I got connected with someone in this live streaming, and we had a phone call yesterday, a virtual coffee. It turned out to be like a amazing, really amazing conversation. We talked so many different things, and just everything, like all this energy engagement. That's also what part of my motivation. So when you start doing your marketing strategy or your planning, start with asking yourself, what's your motivation? And what kind of thing or what kind of people feed you the positive energy? Right. So with that, we also come to the end of my sharing today. Just a little quick sharing. Some you may know, I also do business and marketing consulting. So recently I launched a program, created a program. It's called the Launch into Entrepreneurship, where I help the fellow entrepreneurs look into where they are with their business building and providing one-on-one customized support. It's just like today, this very little piece about content marketing, right? How you stay consistent. So it's very little part of overall the whole program. And the key is about to see where you are now and how can I be your support. And you can find more details on my website for sure about the program, or simply even better to set up a virtual coffee with me and we can chat more to explore more opportunities. Great. With that being said, we also come to the end of my sharing today. Thank you for being here, and make sure to sign up the future events, because even I know we all have a busy life or work time difference. Sometimes you couldn't make it on time for the live streaming, but make sure to sign up for the events so you can get the feedback. You can get the playback in your feed when it's available. Great. Thank you for being here with my We Have a Saying in Chinese, and I will see you next week.